Ladies and gentlemen, friends in the cotton industry, cotton greeting to you. The theme of this year's ICA annual trade event held in Vegas is Together Again, so that friends in the cotton industry have a chance to be reunited. It is of great significance to jointly discuss the friendly cooperation and the development of international cotton. I am honored to be invited to participate on behalf of the China Cotton Association. It's a pity that due to the international travel restrictions caused by the epidemic, I can't go there myself. So let's get together through the cloud. Now let me introduce the situation of China's cotton market in 2021 to 22. In this year, China's economic was impacted by unexpected factors such as the epidemic situation, the Russia-Ukraine war, and the increased expectations of international monetary policy tightening. China's cotton industry was under pressure, with consumption declining and stock increasing. Cotton prices experienced the largest fluctuations in nearly a decade. It is rare in history that the purchase and sale prices, futures and spot prices, domestic and foreign prices are inverted for a long time. According to the statistics of CCA, the total production in 2021 to 22 is 5.77 million tons, down 2.5% year-on-year. Consumption is 7.3 million tons, down 13.4%. The import is 1.173 million tons, down 37.1%. The ending stock is 8.32 million tons, up 2.1%. In consumption side, due to various factors such as epidemic prevention and control, global consumption declined. China's domestic demand has decreased and international trade orders have decreased. Domestic yarn and clothes production declined. Cotton procurement willingness was sluggish, and finished goods stock was at a historic high level. Compared with 2020, consumption decreased significantly to 7.3 million tons, a decrease of 13.4%. The domestic consumption of garments declined on a year-on-year basis. According to the National Bureau of Statistics, China's domestic retail sales of garments, shoes, hats, knitting, and textile totaled 1.3 trillion yuan in 2021 to 22, down 3.7%. The year-on-year growth of textile and garments exports, according to customers' data, China's textile exports in 2021 to 22 totaled 1 trillion yuan, up 7.5%. The export of garments was 105 million yuan, up 17.8%. On the supply side, China's cotton production and import have decreased, and the domestic reserve cotton has more rotation output than input. So the overall supply is relatively stable. The domestic market is oversupplied, and the progress of sales is slow. At the end of the year, the commercial stock of cotton still stands at nearly 2 million tons, with a year-on-year growth of more than twins. According to CCA data, in 2021, the national planting area was about 2.9 million hectares, down 5.5% year-on-year. Production was 5.77 million tons, down 2.5%. In the past 5 years, China's cotton imports have generally increased. In 2020 to 2021, 2.75 million tons of cotton was imported, the highest in nearly 5 years. Cotton imports in 2021 to 22 reached 1.73 million tons, down 37% year-on-year. In the last 5 years, China's import cotton consumption accounted for 23.4% on average, and it is expected to stabilize at this level in the next few years. Ranking of China's cotton import sources in 2021 to 22, a million tons of U.S. cotton imported, according for the highest proportion, 57.8%, ranked the first. Brazil cotton, 415,000 tons, accounting for 26.1%, the second. India cotton, 15,000 tons, according for the 2.7%, ranked the third. In 2021 to 22, in addition to the significant reduction of China's cotton imports, cotton yarn imports decreased significantly with the cumulative import of 1.49 million, a year-on-year down of 31.96%. Influenced by many factors, China's cotton price in 2021 to 22 rose first and then fell, the highest in nearly a decade, close to 23,000 yuan per ton. At the end of the year, fell to about 16,000 yuan per ton. China's cotton price index, CCA index, annual average price of 13,754 yuan per ton, up 13.4% year-on-year. During the same period, the international cotton price is relatively more strong, rising for a long time and a large range. The annual average price of cotton A index is 133.63, up 15.7% year-on-year. Since March 22, 2022, the internal and external cotton prices began to hang upside down, and the price gap continued to expand. The price gap between CCA index and cotton A converted into 1% tariff reached a maximum of 6,574 yuan per ton in June, and then gradually narrowed to 3,500 yuan. At the end of the year, it returned to between 5,000 to 6,000 yuan. In 2022 to 23, the cotton market faced more uncertainties. The poor cotton sales in the previous year led to a large stock, and the purchase of new cotton tended to be cautious. The textile market consumption is less than expected, and the overall industrial chain is weak. According to the CCA, 2022 to 23 is likely to continue the trend of low demand and relatively abundant supply. In demand side, considering the recovery of consumption after the relief of the epidemic, the projected consumption is about 7.6 million tons, an increase of 4.1% year-on-year. In supply side, China's total production is about 6.08 million tons, up 5.3%. Imports and exports remain stable at 1.7 million tons and 13,000 tons. The adding stock is about 8.147 million tons, up 1.8% from a year earlier. The overall cotton growth in China is better than last year. According to the CCA, the cotton planting area in 2022 to 23 is about 2.89 million hectares, a year-on-year decrease of 5.47%. The estimate of production is 6.08 million tons, up 5.3%. Xinjiang's cotton is growing better than last year, with projected production of 5.64 million tons, up 66.9%. The growth of the Yellow River Basin is basically stable. Projected production is 214,000 tons, down 16.5%. The climate in the Yangtze River Basin is arid, with 156,000 tons, a decrease of 13.5%. The global cotton price has weakened and the fluctuation has slowed down. Since 2022 to 23, domestic and foreign cotton prices have continued to fall. The international decline is greater than the domestic, and the price gap has narrowed. At the October 13, 2022, the average price index of China's cotton is 15,643 yuan per ton, down 17.3% year-on-year. The Outlook 8 index is 113.5 cents per pound, up 5.5%. Converted into 1% tariff is 19,016 yuan per ton. The average difference between domestic and foreign cotton prices is 3,363 yuan, narrowing significantly compared with the previous period. The CCA predicted that the fluctuation rate of China's cotton price in 2022 to 23 will be significantly smaller than that of the previous year. It's difficult to increase significantly, but the downward trend is still possible. The main reasons are as follows. First, there are many uncertainties, abundant supply and weak demand recovery this year. Second, it experienced significant fluctuations in the previous year, and the price change space of this year decreased. Third, the relevant national departments have made policy reserves. Once prices rise or fall sharply, they will timely introduce regulatory measures to curb excessive price volatility. Fourth, cotton enterprises summarize the experience of the previous year, increased their awareness of business risks, and tended to be cautious in purchasing and selling. The recovery of global consumer demand is weak. As a result, international environment is becoming increasingly complex. Instability and uncertainty have increased significantly. First, raising the risk of global economic recession and seriously curbing global consumer demand. Recently, Vietnam, India, and Pakistan suffered losses in the textile industry as the operating rate also declined, considering that China's demand will recover after the epidemic situation is eased. The CCA estimates that domestic cotton consumption in 2022 will increase by 300,000 tons compared with the previous year, but it is still at a historic low. Next, I would like to introduce Cotton China Sustainable Development Program, CCSD. The main contexts are as follows. Background of concept, sustainable production system, traceable management system, brand promotion system, and the program progress and plan. Sustainable development has increasingly become the goal of the consensus of governments, at prices, and consumers. The Chinese government has proposed the double carbon target of achieving carbon peak by 2030 and carbon neutralization by 2016. Realizing the further transformation of China's cotton production to a sustainable one has become the top priority of China's future cotton industry development. The world's leading cotton producers are joining the ranks of sustainable cotton producers. This includes the need to conform to the concept of sustainability, such as sustainable recycled cotton, organic cotton, obtain relevant sustainable textile cotton certification, such as GRS, GOTS, OCS, BCI, and to ensure traceability throughout the supply chain from farm to ginning, textile, and weaving factories. In June 2021, led by China Cotton Association, China Chamber of Commerce for Import and Export of Textiles, China Cotton Textile Association, China National Garment Association, and the China Home Textile Association jointly launched the Cotton China Sustainable Development Program, CCSD. The goal of the CCSD is to produce and promote sustainable cotton. The concepts are environmentally friendly, good quality, dignity of labor, and whole process traceability. The slogan is China Cotton Warms the World. It aims to promote sustainable cotton production methods and sustainable farm certification under the guidance of sustainable production standards, and practice the concept of environmentally friendly, dignity of labor, and good quality. Sustainable production standards are the core and the cornerstone of the program. And the foundation and the core of the program, CCSD production standards mainly include the following: sustainable production practices, rational use of water, pesticides, fertilizers, resources and environment protection of water, soil, and biodiversity, quality and traceability, reduce non-cotton material mixing, improve quality. Occupational health, safety, welfare, and social responsibility, and the management system. In order to ensure that the CCSD production process can be checked and verified, the program entrusts a third-party certification authority to conduct independent audit certification of the applied form after the application is submitted by the cotton producer. When it passed, the certificate will be granted. The approved form will be analyzed and evaluated to help them formulate the next improvement plan. At the same time, regular and irregular spot checks will be organized to ensure that they always comply with the requirements of CCSD goals. It aims to ensure that all links of the industrial chain follow the concept of sustainable development of China's cotton by providing the supply chain with two management models for member enterprises to choose voluntarily, namely the total quota balance and the production and the marketing supervision chain certification. By providing two modes, authentication and no-authentication, the related standards are CCSD production or marketing chain of custodian standard and the CCSD supply chain process traceability management. CCSD Traceable Information Platform provides technical support and implementation for the normal operation of the three systems, including the collection, management, and maintenance of users' basic information, production information, and transaction process information, the calculation and the processing of relevant data and the information in the audit certification process, and the management of related documents. The traceability of certified products and the management of CCSD identification code. It aims to carry out brand operation and promotion for CCSD program, standardize the use of CCSD certification, trademarks, standardized management and technical support for program-based publicity activities of members. In brand promotion system, brands and retailers that purchase sustainable cotton are allowed to hang unified design logo on terminal cotton products. To encourage more enterprises to promote the concept of sustainable cotton and use the sustainable cotton logo. Since the official launch of the U.S. Cotton Trust Protocol in 2020, the National Cotton Council of the United States and the China Cotton Association have held several talks under the framework of the MOU to exchange the progress and work experience of the cotton sustainable programs of both sides. Actively carry out international communications to promote international mutual recognition of sustainable program and relevant standards. About program progress in CCSD production. After audit and certification, the program member enterprises projected produce nearly 19 1,000 tons of CCSD cotton in 2021. In 2022, it is expected to produce 100,000 to 115,000 tons of CCSD cotton. In CCSD promotion, the program has 13 member enterprises of the whole industrial chain, including 8 production enterprises, 13 supply chain enterprises, and 9 brands. Next, the program will carry out several major tasks, including sustainable production, carry out the new annual sustainable production audit, certification, traceable management, traceability, platform upgrade. The first batch of terminal products are labeled. Sustainable brand promotion, publicity on the first batch of terminal products, membership development, to establish program management committee consisting of the co-sponsors, representatives of all parties in the industry chain, sustainable organizations, which is responsible for reviewing important documents, deciding on important activities, joining and withdrawing members. We hope that you will continue to be patient to the progress of the program and welcome relevant organizations and enterprises to join the CCSD program to make jointly contribution to sustainable development. That's all for the introduction. I hope you all enjoy your stay in Vegas, and I hope I could be together again with you in the near future. I wish this year's annual trade event complete success. Thank you very much.